Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope all is well. On this video, I want to talk about how Coach Prime and the rest of the coaches are going to select the starters for the first game against TCU, and also how are they going to select who travels, because there's a limit on who travels to away games. And I think I got an idea how they're going to select these players. Stay tuned. Guys, please do me a favor. Before we get into this video, please give us a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. All of that will be greatly appreciated by me. All right, first I want to provide a disclaimer here. I am not privy to the inner workings of the Colorado team. I don't have any inside information or anything like that. I just watch clips just like you, and I just make content and give my opinion. We're only a couple of weeks away from the first start of the season, the first game of the season against TCU. The team is going to travel to Texas and face TCU in what I think is going to be a barn burner. I think this game is going to be close, and I think Colorado is going to come up victorious in this game. There's many indicators why I think so. But on this video, I want to talk about how Coach Prime and the rest of the coaches are going to select the starters. How are they going to do that? Now, like I said, I don't have any insider information, but I'm going off of old school coaching. I played back in the 90s, and I played for some old school coaches that get in your face, they yell. If you show up late, you're in trouble. So old school coaching is what I know. And Coach Prime is an old school coach. He played for Bobby Bowden, and the rest of these coaches, they're old school as well. They have an old school vibe to them. So I already know how they're going to select the starters, and I don't even have to be around the team to know this. Pretty much they're going to select who works the hardest. That's how they're going to do it. Who works the hardest and who has the experience. They have a lot of graduate students on this team, and that is by design because they need experience. They need maturity. Okay, that's important. They need maturity. They need experience. They need grind. Usually older players are willing to grind. They're willing to just go get it. And that's what they're looking for. I always mention Coach Prime, but often the supporting staff often gets overlooked. I mean, we got defensive coordinator Charles Kelly. He's been around. He's an old school type of coach. You got Sean Lewis, the offensive coordinator. Did I say Charles Kelly, defensive coordinator, right? I just wanted to make sure I clear that up. He's defensive coordinator. You got Sean Lewis, like I said, he's the offensive coordinator. He got an old school vibe to him. He's all about working hard. Coach Tim Brewster, he has coached many great tight ends in the past. He has been a head coach at some point in his career in the past. He's an old school type of coach. You got Coach Mathis. He played in the league. He's old school. You got Bill O'Boyle, the offensive line coach. He's old school. And we all know Coach Sal is old school. Coach Sal Sansari, the defensive tackles coach. All of these coaches are old school, and you see a theme in practice. Work hard, give it your all, 100%. Grind, sweat, tears, fight. You remember when Coach Prime said, if you see a fight, we all fight? He doesn't mean to be violent and go out there and start fights and we all just jump the play. He doesn't mean that. He means that you support your fellow player. If your player is in need, go support them. If you see a player that's having a bad game, you go up to him and say, listen, pick your head up and have some amnesia and go out there and go get it. That's what he's talking about. That's the old school approach. And listen, they got a lot of graduate students on this roster. They're looking for that experience, and they're looking for the grind and hustle. So whoever grind and hustle the hardest and grit the hardest, they're going to be starting against TCU. So there you go. That's how they're going to select them. I already know that's how they're going to select them because they're old school. I have a lot of old school listeners. You guys already know. This goes without saying. I think everyone listening knows this. That's how they're going to select the starters. Now, with that being said, yes, they have a lot of graduate students on the team. Will some freshmen start? Hey, listen, if they're grinding and giving it their all, like Dylan Edwards, he might get that starting role, but we don't know. And the reason why I say we don't know, because we don't watch the full practice. There's been some talk about Alton McCaskill. Will he start? I know what he did at Houston. The coaches already know what he can do, but is he ready? If he's ready, he might get that start, but then you got Kvarcier Smoke. So I don't know. But I just say, listen, who grind the hardest, they're going to get it. But just, okay, the starters, right? I heard someone mention in practice, if you the 2 or 3 on the depth chart, you better be ready to play. And I'm going to say this, even with the old school coaches, right? This is going to be a long season. I hope no one gets injured. But let's say if you start in a game, that doesn't mean that you're going to finish it. A player could be having a bad game and you're 2nd or 3rd on the depth chart, and the coach say get out there, and you go out there and grind. Guess what? You might take that position. Coach Prime had called out Savion Wilkerson, and he said, listen, when you came to Jackson State, where were you on the depth chart? And then he said it, and then he said, by that game, where were you? I was 2nd on the depth chart. And then he said he saw him grinding in practice, and then eventually he got in the game, and the rest was history. So I wouldn't even get discouraged if I was a player and I'm number 2 or number 3 or number 4. This is going to be a long season. You don't know how these games are going to shape out. And all you got to do is just keep working hard. There is no substitution for the grind. There is no substitution for the hustle. There is no substitution for giving that man in front of you 60 minutes of hell. I'm like Tim Brewster. That's why I like Coach Brewster. He gets with it. Listen, you give that man in front of you 60 minutes of hell, anything can happen. You see what I'm saying? So I remember Coach Prime said all he needs is 11 men. He had said this at Jackson State during a halftime. All I need is 11 men. Okay, that's all I need to get your job done. That's all I need. I don't need the whole team. I just need 11. I just need 10. He said, as a matter of fact, I think he said one time, I think I need 8 of you. And that's pretty much all it is. It doesn't matter if you're playing USC, UCLA, TCU, hell, Alabama. It doesn't matter. That man in front of you, you make sure you dominate him. You make sure, if I'm an offensive lineman, I'm going to look at whoever's in front of me. I don't care if it's Bear Alexander. You're going to get 60 minutes of hell, sir. You in for a fight today. Yes, you're in for a fight. And that's why I like these coaches, man. Coach Prime said it. He said, this is a team of head coaches. You know, even the special teams coach played in the NFL. They have a lot of experience here. They have a lot of quality coaches here that can easily be head coaches anywhere in the country. Expect for good things to happen this year. What say you? Peace. Thanks for watching, guys. But before you go, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. If you have any video ideas, feel free to leave a comment below. Take care.